Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Alright, so we are back here again tonight as we always are, and we're building a new PC. So tonight, the star of the show is the Intel i5-13400F, which I think I've probably mentioned it before. I think we've done a couple of builds with the 13400F, but I just want to highlight to everyone that now with 13th gen, the entry-level i5 is a 10-core CPU. So we are entering the era of the budget 10 cores. It sounds really weird to even say that, to say those words, the budget 10 core. That just sounds weird to me.
It does.
It does, right? It's not just me. No, the budget, we're talking about the budget 10 cores.
That's just the age we live in now.
This is the world that we live in. So, tonight we're going to be building Josh's PC. So, we'll go through the specs and we'll get stuck right into it. So we've got the aforementioned i5-13400, which is a 10-core, 16-thread CPU. We've got the Asus Prime B660m-A Wi-Fi DDR4 motherboard. We have an RTX 3070 here, an Asus Asus Dual, sorry. Which is basically the it's the cheaper 3070, but there's some really good prices on 3070 and 3070 Ti. Yeah, got a little bit of RGB on the side there. It's quite a nice looking card. We've got a 32GB kit of RAM here. We've got a 2TB Crucial P3 NVMe SSD. We've got a 650 watt Thermaltake power supply. And we're also going to be putting a cooler on our 13400. It doesn't really need the extra cooler, but basically with this cooler on it, it's pretty much never going to go over 60 degrees. So it's going to run cool and stay cool the whole time. So the only thing I haven't mentioned is the case there, which is the Antec NX320 case. Comes with 3 pre-installed RGB fans, which you can control using the included controller, but they are not addressable RGB fans with the 5-volt connector. So just FYI for anyone who's shopping for the case. There is, however, a controller and you can change the lighting modes, the multicolor modes, etc. So shouldn't be a problem for most people getting it. But let's get stuck right into it. Small puppy? Hey? Are we a little bit small? I got a small little puppy dog here. And she's looking up at me. She saw me in the kitchen with a knife and I cut into this packet of RAM, and so she naturally thinks that this is something that maybe she could eat. So she's been sitting, she came down here and she sat and she looked up at me with these little puppy dog eyes. See that?
She's looking over at you like,
help. Help? No, don't help. You came over here. No, you're a good girl, aren't you? Good puppy dog. Alright, down you go. I'm bored with it. Alrighty, are we ready? I'm ready. Alrighty, so wait for it to post now. So just give it a second. Alright, so I want to have a look quickly at CPUZ. So what do we get with our 10 core entry level i5 CPU? $728 on the single core, 729. So how does that compare? Alright, so our 13400F is pretty much on par with all of these wonderful CPUs here. So we can see it's beating the i9 11900K in its single core performance. It's beating out the Ryzen 5000 chips there. All of them, even the 5800X3D. So it's definitely punching well above its weight. You know, I mean, it's in the ballpark of AMD's top chip there in terms of the single core results. If we move over to multi-thread, so multi-thread, we can see a little bit of a unfair comparison here, because this chip here, this chip here, and this chip here, all of them, they are the flagship i9 for 12th gen, and they're running with 16 threads and not 24 threads. So basically, yeah, it's not really, these aren't really a fair comparison. So basically cut off those top three and consider this your ranking there for 6-core 12-thread CPUs. And then even then, with these i7 12700s, still not a fair comparison. These are 12-core 20-thread CPUs. So this is when they're running 16 threads only. So maybe write them off as well. So you got the Ryzen 7 7700 there, the 12600K and KF. They are 16-core CPUs. That would be a comparison there, because basically the 13400F is the same core architecture as the 12600KF and K. So that is 10 cores and 16 threads. So this is just a slightly less than these. I mean, these are the K series. K is Intel's like top of the line. Basically, they're pre-overclocked versions of the same CPU. This is a more stock version, and it runs a little bit cheaper. Sorry, slower. And it's also cheaper as well. Alrighty, and that was the 13400F there. So if you wanted to know a bit about it, see how it compares, it's a great little CPU for the money that you spend on it. But now let's run our gaming benchmarks. So we've got an RTX 3070 Asus Dual here. We're going to run Heaven, High, no anti-aliasing. And all this writing that you see on the screen here. So up here, your GPU, this is your graphics card processing unit. So this is the temperature, usage, clock speed, and wattage. Then you've got your memory, or your VRAM. So this is the memory on the graphics card, usage and clock speed. Then down here we've got our CPU, temperature, usage, clock speed, and wattage. And then we've got our RAM, usage, and then down here this number below RAM, this is how many frames per second it's currently running at. No, that looks like we're pretty much done for the night, I think. So, well, thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Hello everyone, this is Buddy, aka the Fluffy Mau. The Fluffy Mau would like to know why you have not subscribed to the Tim's PC YouTube channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a huge favour and subscribe.